We're gonna launch our Adobe Illustrator. So go ahead and open it up. I have a lot of things happening here, and as you can tell, I always organize this what I'm doing. So for earlier class. Now, what would be the purpose? What we're gonna start with? We're gonna set up a new document, and if I would already like the first document, I like to name already, so I don't forget it, and then save it. So I would name it with my last name. Again, if your last name is long, just use the first 4 or 5 letters, unless you have 6 letters really. Okay, and then underscore, and it's gonna be, this is the name of the file, not the folder. Okay, I've assigned, this is 7, and it's gonna be A, 7A. And we will leave all the different settings to default. If you don't have advanced, don't worry about it, that's fine. Okay. Now we are going to save this file. So save it, and now we will create a new folder, and we will name that folder, name, same thing, lab 4. Right, so this is the name. Okay, after you create it, so it's just lab 4. And this is going to be due today. And I'm going to save. So alright, there I am. Now, I want to discuss a little bit of we're going to start with symbols. So let's discuss what is symbol. What is a symbol? Who can tell me? That said, there are different places. You can create your own symbols, or you can get your symbols. You can also save your symbol. Again, if you added a symbol, then you would have to resave it. You can actually apply changes too, but under the symbols. So one thing, if you don't see it on the side here, you need to have the symbols window open. And make sure it's checked and you have it next to you, because if you create a new symbol, then you have to save it there. Okay. You also have the options under window, the libraries for the symbol. So what we're going to do, we're going to look inside a symbol right now. So go ahead, go to your symbol libraries, then select sushi. Yes, that's the one. So window, symbols, libraries, sushi. My sushi should be somewhere here because it was already checked. Who knows where I put it? Let me uncheck it and try it again. Oh, there. See, that sometimes the magic happens when you uncheck. Appeared. So go ahead and you can take the first one is fine. I don't really care which one you use. You can do another one. For the most advanced ones, you can create your own sushi. So there you go. You can draw your own sushi. And hold the shift key, you notice. So now we have our symbol out. Now, what do you think is going to happen every time I want to bring the symbol? I just have to drag it the easier way, which we'll get into. But now, this symbol is actually grouped. You can edit this, okay? So how you edit, you can, it's going to double click. And it's going to tell you, now you're going to be editing your symbol. Click OK. Now keep in mind, you are now in a taco symbol mode. So you can see by this side on the left, top left, it tells you I'm inside my symbol now. Now this symbol, not only inside it, it's grouped. And it's grouped multiple times, so you need to ungroup it several times until the message comes up that you cannot ungroup it anymore. Until this comes up. You can ungroup, then you're good. Okay? Symbols can save you a lot of time when it comes to editing. Let's say you want to reuse something multiple times. This is much faster. Now, select that pink or other shade. So select, it doesn't matter which symbol you use, but select kind of the background color. In this case, I have the pink one. And then change it to another color. It can be blue, can be green. I don't care what it is, just different. So select that background color and then change it. Okay. once you do that, once you change it, once you change this, only the background. So whatever color you had used, just change that to a different color. If it's a gradient, you can add a gradient. I mean, for the advanced, you can do some more stuff. You draw your own, have fun. And now I'm gonna click on my arrow here to go back to my artboard. So exit the editing mode. So we're right here. But if you notice, the changes are not made to my symbol. It's just a new symbol now. Here we have, actually, this option on the side says add to symbols, which is gonna add to symbol. But also, you can actually, actually I don't need this. This is the libraries again. It's a shortcut. Now, what I can do as well, I can drag it into my symbols. Now, it won't work if you want to drop it into sushi. Only you have to go back to original symbols. Then name it. This is what I want you to name. Sushi 1B. Or whatever number you have, but name it 1B. Now, you notice the type. It tells you movie clip, or you have a graphic. Movie clip is good if you're working later with animation and you try to do some things with it. Also, I think scalable vector graphics, it works well with that. But plain graphic is fine as well. But I'm going to leave it as movie clip for now. And I think that's it. That shouldn't be checked, right? So I checked it accidentally. So just leave it. Now the registration is just where the object will be visible, going, kind of the center. Especially with animation, it behaves differently like rotation. So do OK. See, so that's for Flash imports. Told you. And we have our sushi. So now, like I said, if I want to repeat that shape, I mean, this takes time, right? I want 20 copies. I mean, after a while, you're like pulling that out. So the easier way to do this is using a sprayer tool. We have a symbol spray. I think it's a Shift S. Shift S is the shortcut. And you also have it here under the sprayer. So Shift S is the shortcut. If you click and hold, click and just, you can see you have different options here for your spraying. I also want you to note that you can pull that menu, and any menu really, if you just click that arrow, right? So you can have it floating. Now another thing you can do, when you double click on the symbol sprayer tool. Oh, not like that. Go in it. Oh, you know what? I'm too fast for it. It's like I'm doing the same time as I'm clicking on it. So let me try it again. Okay, so you should be able to. Oh my goodness gracious! Now it doesn't work. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just pull it out. There it is. Good. So now I double click on it. So I pulled it out, and you have those options here. Do you see that diameter right now is 2.78? That means anything within that circle is going to be affected by what I'm going to do with the tools. Now, intensity of 8, it's actually pretty intense when I'm going to show you what it does so you can see. So I don't want you to set the settings right now. I just want you to see. So this is just to see, not to do. So if I go intensity, let me do 20. And it's actually 10. Oh yeah, I forget. 10 is the highest. So 10, on a scale 1 to 10, 10 is the highest intensity. You'll set on 8. You'll see how that's going to affect how you press on it. Now next to it, it says few things. Fixed works really with a mouse. Okay. Pressure works well when you're using a tablet, because it's just under pressure of your pen. Okay. The stylus wheel is just the wheel with the colors, and you can do. I never use these, so I'm just gonna do fixed. Now the symbol density. What is density? Like darkness, the pressure of it, you know. So that is, I think it's also 1 to 10 scale. So I want you to see. I'm gonna do the highest so you can see it. Now those other options are actually the ones right here on top as well. So we have scrunching it and just bringing it together. And if you hold the option key, it's gonna spread it apart. So option is another way. Size, gonna make it bigger. If you hold option, make it smaller. Spin, spins, rotates. Screen, anytime you hear name screen, even other things, it's gonna mean it's gonna go lighter. If you hold the option key, it's gonna go darker. Stain just stains it with color, and style applies a graphic style to it. And there's really no other options underneath these except for, I think, yeah, this one, the symbol sizer. So if you wanna retain proportions and so on. So let me show you what it means to have a setting set to intensity and density of 10. So I want you to see that. Notice I'm pressing this. Look at that, 10. You see what happened? Like, I gently pressed it, I promise. All right, let me try it again. See, I'm like, so it's not really a good one. I don't know why, I mean, for me, for this symbol. So now let me show you if I go back and I change the setting, okay? I'm gonna go back to 5 and 5. So this is half the intensity and density. Click OK. Look what happened. You see the difference? Because I still in the symbol, I can change it. So it's more spread out now. Yeah? Now that's a lot of symbols. One thing, once you draw them in, that's going to be one instance. Alright? One instance. So I'm going to delete this and I'm going to spray it again, gently. See the difference? They just sprayed once. I only have half the intensity. So it's like, it's not putting 20,000 of them on one time. Now, other options we have here is the shifter. So I want you to see. Let me actually spray some more. I'm just spraying like you can there. Shifter just allows you to shift those different symbols within it. So I can actually move them. And it's easier than just selecting, doing one at a time. Now the next one is the scruncher, which again, I'm just closer. If you hold the Option key, you can drag it out. That's too much. You may have to change the intensity of that one. Then the next one is the sizer. Again, makes it bigger or smaller if you hold the Option key. The next one is spinner, that rotates it. Okay? And if you go clockwise, you can hold the Option key, it's gonna go counterclockwise. The next one is the stainer tool, and I don't know why here it's in this order, but if your options was a little bit different. This is where you can stain it with color. So if you want to apply some color, go to your fill, select a color you want. And my thing disappeared, so let me zoom out first and then zoom in. Not with this tool. There I am. And now I can go ahead and spray it within my parameters. There you go, see? I sprayed it. Now this is really big. You see the size of this parameter, it affects a lot of shapes. So I may be still not happy with that. So I can go back to my, this is editable. And I can change that. Let's say I want to make it 1 inch instead. See, it's much smaller. So now I can just select a very, oh, wrong tool. Hello. I can select a very specific symbol within it. So if I can select it, there it is, purple. Alright. The next one, that would be the screener, which makes it lighter or darker depending if you hold the Option key. So right now, I pressed it. Intensity is still kind of high, so it's like disappeared. You can click a little bit. Sometimes it's kind of weird. There, you see that? It became transparent. Now if you hold the Option key, you can make it more visible. So it's darker. And the last one is the symbol styler tool, which really in this case won't work well, but you have graphic styles, right? The graphic styles, you can see them on the side here. And if not, you don't see them, they'll be under your graphic styles. And then you also have other options when you go to the library on the bottom and do graphic styles. But this, when you apply it, let's see, I'm going to apply this one. So I selected it. And look what happens. It doesn't look really good. Oh, it's not, well, I guess could be worse. But I applied to the whole thing, right? But we did screen it once, so that's okay. Okay, you see what happens? A kind of big blob. So it applies to the whole shape. It's a whole symbol. So depending on what your symbol is. Okay, so now what I want you to do kind of what I did, but I give you the measurements. So go ahead, select the sushi that you just did, the one that you edited. Then select, pull out the menu, the floating menu, the side of it. That's not a menu, palette, but, and double click, and this is, those are the settings. Just choose one diameter. So you need to have the same settings because I'll be greater on that. So make sure you have selected one diameter, 1 inch in diameter. Intensity is 5 inches, and density, 5, not inches. And density is 5. So this is it, okay? When you do so, I want you to apply, shift your items a little bit together, and then use the option. So move some apart, bring some together using the option key. So go ahead, so I'm moving them, and then bring them closer. So just play with it. Next one is, actually this is the shifter. This cruncher is going to bring it closer. So play with the option of, play with the options, with the option key. Then you have other ones as well. Again, use with the options. Now when you stain it, don't do the last one. Don't do the symbol styler tool, okay? Don't have to do that one. But when you do the stainer tool, which is the third one from the last, or from the right, then make sure you have, select like 2 of them and do different colors with them. And then make sure you save it. Okay, and then they can be bigger. If your parameter, I want you to have 1 inch. So you spray, try to spray the whole page and have fun with it. So, and then save it, and that's it for this part.